Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Welcome along, everyone. Happy Wednesday. So we have quite the turn up today. What is now considered a rare runway 28 operations. Arriving on runway 28 left. They switched over about 9 o'clock last night. They were on reverse ops. And then the airport went Cat 3. So auto land only from about 9 o'clock last night. But you're all most welcome. Visibility not great, as you can see, or as you can't. So may be the case.
Continue surface wind count.
Larry, morning to you. Back from the school run. Charlotte, Don, Richard, John Anderson, Graham, May, Farmer, Mizan. Welcome everyone. I'll be quiet now for the 3:30. Farmer says there's a clearance coming. I think there actually is though, isn't there? It's meant to ease up shortly. Hopefully. Hopefully. Ree, you're most welcome. Fair play to you for coming in and saying thank you. Alias, welcome. Nina says, enjoying the stream from a sun-drenched Lanzarote. Don't rub it in. That's not nice. That's bold. Oh, I just can't wait for this rain to stop. I don't need it to get warm. I just need the rain to stop.
Charlie Juliet, continue surface wind is calm. I'm trying to get that run for you shortly.
Lifting out, hold it short,
has stopped in North Kildare and on the way out shortly. It's the way to do it. I was looking on radar and it did look like there was a clearance in between, probably of about an hour or two in between two waves, but we'll see.
Charlie Juliet, the surface wind is calm, runway 28 left, you work with the land.
Ouchie, that wine is unreal. Oh. Thomas says the sun's trying to break through the clouds in Summerhill. Jer says, morning from a nice, bright, mild Carlo. It is mild, I'll give it that. Definitely mild here as well today. I'm down to 2 onion layers today instead of the usual 3 or 4. The Egler. I'm waiting to see one of the lads arriving on the Iceland Air Max shortly. Nice. So, morning. We do have our dub dongle widget active on the top of your screens, hopefully working. Tracking inbounds.
Sierra ground 118. Sierra 118. Near 368 X-ray surface wind is calm. Runway 28 left is the land.
Set to land there, runway 28 and set another 368.
There we got the wave.
Air 4 Echo Alpha continues surface wind calm.
Crossing near airport.
Runway 368 X-ray, turn right onto Sierra.
Set to set another 368.
Runway 368 X-ray, contact ground on 1.8.
What's running set another 368? Right.
Finnair from Helsinki next.
Afraid we'll have 4 more to land and I'll have the run for you then.
What is all the missing out here and hold the show. Thank you very much, Festival 5.
Air 4 Echo Alpha, vacate the right turn onto Sierra.
Vacating the Sierra right down to the one.
Air 4 Echo Alpha, contact ground on 121.8.
Ground 121 is landing in airport.
Air 416, the wind is calm.
There's that clearance in the background, look at it. Come on.
After 911, continue, the wind is calm.
Iceland there, Max from Reykjavik, I think Max 9.
Sierra 5, continue Sierra. Look at Sierra 5, continue Sierra.
Noel says, I'm sitting here in Newton Abbey right now and the weather is identical to Dublin. So it's just drizzling, it's not too bad, there's no wind, the surface wind, I'll show you the sock now in a second.
1505, runway 10 left, clear land. Position 15 on position, there's one more arrival minute, better get across the inspection. What is the variable north here? Just this bike, there is a bit of fog in the ground, beside the wind stock here. We don't need to see the tree. Okay, yeah, we can plan on that. So, we'll need to go onto the runway then and out of the vehicle, get to the windsock. What's the best position for you to get to that flight?
It's very sad stuff.
Advantage to yourself, I can do it from here. Okay, but you will be infringing onto the runway edge lights, the runway edge there. If you go out to the vehicle and into the windsock
Thomas,
area.
thank you for 5 months in the Spotters Club.
Okay, just give me a second. I-416, hold short.
Rebel, welcome along.
On the ground on 121.
ATR from Leeds Bradford next.
And rescue 15, but about 2 minutes before the next arrival is going to be effective for us on short final. You may retrieve the FOD next to the windsock report back in the vehicle. You can leave the vehicle there, confirm? Hey, so we're leaving the vehicle here. My colleague is heading over to it now. I'll be listening out and voice over back. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Alright, everyone's going to make a whiskey is good to you. 5.7 miles. Because I think we'll see others, so thank you. Continue the approach. 7 degrees at 5 knots. It's a 915 Sierra 5. Sierra 5 Sierra 915. And right in forward, whiskey, just to give a picture there, right here, there. Rescue vehicle ready to follow the edge of the runway. Sergeant, so 67, Echo, fully stopped. Delta 37 Echo, hello, continue runway 28 left, wind is 170 degrees at 5 knots. Can you approach Delta 37 Echo?
No, we were here for the EasyJet 321 test flight. We were live for it. Departing here on 10 right on Monday. Doom, good morning from Gory, Wexford. Having my morning coffee along with Planespotting. Welcome. Not turning, so Sierra 6.
Whiskey Sierra 6 onto Sierra. Sierra 6 onto Sierra, Ryanair, for Emirates Whiskey. Jamestown 37 Echo, it's 170 degrees at 5 knots and runway runway 28 left. You're clear to land. Clear to land, runway 28 left, Jamestown 37 Echo. 947 Echo Whiskey Taxi, Sierra, hold short runway Whiskey to intersection. Sierra and hold short Whiskey to Ryanair for 7 Echo Whiskey.
Brendan, morning to you. Brian, morning to you as well. ATR. In from Newcastle.
Take your time.
Sorry.
That's all received. Stay up 2 left.
It's kind of crazy when you've not been at this spot for a while. Operating the camera is completely different. This one won't make it down to us, I imagine. Sierra 4.
Jason 3 Echo vacate Sierra 4 onto Sierra and contact ground. It's on 121-18. Good morning. Sierra 4, Sierra's ground on 121-18. Morning.
Michael, morning to you. So, kind of what we were discussing over the last couple of weeks, Wednesday has turned into one of the quietest days of the week. Previously it was Tuesday, but yesterday I think there was 560 movements at the airport, which is not bad considering it's winter season. But today there's only 490, I think. So Wednesday's actually turned into the quieter day. We do have a runway inspection. You heard on ATC there, they were removing FOD from the runway a few minutes ago. Foreign object debris, basically a lump of something. Snow base over there. All eyes on the weekend. I think that risk has slightly diminished though, hasn't it?
Vacating all short of all runways and contact ground 121-18. Will do, hold short, hold runway 150 at 5, runway 28 left, and you're clear to land.
Leave. One more day. Looking forward to going to Amsterdam tomorrow evening. Nice. Two dove crows sneaking up on me. Why do you take a pub? Yeah. Our next inbound will be a Ryanair from Beauvais. Daniel, morning to you. So I am with you today until about 1:30. Eric is going to work at 11. So I'm going to call it at about 1:30 just so the dogs aren't left on their own too long. I'm going to try get this Beauvais, but with the grey sky behind, I imagine it's just going to play with the focus dramatically. Yes. Yes it is. Might be tricky. Hang on. No, look at the building site. Look at the building site. Oh, plane.
25 now, Charlie, fully established 28 left.
Flying on Charlie, hello, runway 28 left, 150 degrees at 5 knots.
Continue approach. Flying now, Charlie.
So this is our Ryanair from Beauvais. I was checking, there doesn't appear to be any rugby charters tomorrow, so I imagine they're going to be Friday or Saturday. If they're Friday, that's grand. I'm going to be here regardless, but Saturday I'm back in work, so we won't be seeing them then, if that's the case.
Sierra 5 on to Sierra. Sierra 5 right on Sierra. Ryanair 9 Yankee uniform. 591 Charlie. 150 degrees at 5 knots.
Hey guys, morning to you.
Runway 28 left, clear to land. Flying now, Charlie.
Runway 9 Yankee uniform. Charlie whiskey to the intersection and contact ground. Next point. Also, don't go in and out 120.
Oh, Brian says it appears that only Aer Lingus and Ryanair will be carrying fans, no charters. Boo to that, huh?
Hello, Shamak 15 Mike with you, 7 miles right, that's 28 left. 15 Mike, hello, continue runway 28 left, 150 degrees at 5 knots. Continue at 28 left, Shamak 15.
Neve, did you say you're flying Aer Lingus or KLM? British Airways, Embraer from London City. Sun's starting to break through now. Woo. heavy on the brakes. Sierra 4.
Thank you, Sierra 4, and continue Sierra.
Sierra 4, Sierra, flying on with Charlie.
Sierra 15, Mike 1505, and runway 28 left, you're clear land. Clear land, 28 left, Sierra 15. And fly 91 Charlie, Connor ground, it's on 121 dash, Mike, good morning.
120, flying on Charlie.
Hey guys, ATR are working on a variant called the Evo, which will be a propeller fuel hybrid electric, so electric capabilities for part of the flight, but obviously full juice as well when power is required. The next thing we're going to see in engines, as was announced during the week, I believe, is it with Emirates they're working, is the CFM Rise. We discussed it before, the open fan technology. So basically no engine pod, all open blade. Sorry, focus was gonna go, so I knew to come back. J-Ro, welcome.
Vacating 05, continue Sierra. 05 Sierra, Sierra 45 Mike.
Ruby, Marna.
15 Mike, on ground on 121 dash lake, good morning. 128, good morning, thanks, 745 Mike.
One of the XLRs, as you can see. Newest one as well, EIXLX. Scottish Ernie, thank you for 6 months in the Spotters Club. Alan, morning as well. Another one on the way. No. Alan Lee, thank you for 21 months. Anka, morning to you. Is the rain ever gonna stop? Yeah, I was only saying that at the beginning. I don't mind if it gets cold. I just need a break from constantly having to be waterproofed for the camera and me and the yeah. George, good morning to you. No, the bing bongs are for when people are celebrating milestones. Myself and the moderators have the ability to trigger a bing bong for them as a nice way of recognising their support and saying thank you. Alan is after gifted 5 memberships. Alan, thank you very much. Is Emerald X Aer Aran? Yes, basically. So when Aer Aran went bye-bye, some of their aircraft, well, they're not really, didn't two ex-Aer Aran ATRs end up with Blue Islands? They basically replaced Aer Aran as the Aer Lingus regional carrier, small little domestic carrier. It's not even domestic really, is it? Noel says I thought Dublin was being loud and playing it from T2. Yes. It's much more noticeable when the bing bongs happen when there's nothing beside me aircraft wise. It's much louder. I'm sorry. So our SOC is deciding whether it wants to be a tailwind or a crosswind. Still fairly slack though, probably less than what, maybe 4 or 5 knots even. Too much of a tailwind and our brief spell on the 2/8 will end and we'll go back to never ending easterlies, runway ops 10. Bing bong party in T2. Let's make it happen. Posty next, an ATR inbound from Birmingham, EIGPO. Sorry, I'm trying to get the tripod to behave itself here. Headphone warning again now. This ATR down to 5 here beside us.
Just 6 Bravo, traffic gate Sierra 5, continue Sierra. Sierra 5 Sierra,
Patricia, morning to you. David C, morning. Kiarka, how do? I said hi earlier, I thought you were ignoring me. No, just a chance that the chat moved too quickly while I was watching whatever was arriving, unfortunately. There's no way of slowing down the chat for me, if you get me, to kind of be able to, unless I scroll through it slowly, but then at the same time I'm working a camera at, so it just doesn't work. Just a quick check-in to say hello in training for the rest of the week for my new work from home gig. We'll watch on catch up later. Sarah Jane, hope it goes well. Transavia 320 Neo next from Paris. David, morning to you.
Scandinavian, 31 Bravo, full establish ILS, 28 left. Scandinavian 31 Bravo, hello, continue runway 28 left, the surface wind is 15 degrees at 5 knots. Continue 28 left, Scandinavian.
So crosswind at 5 knots instead of a tailwind like it was a few minutes ago. Scary. How do? Matt, morning to you. Paul, welcome. It's like saying hello to myself.
Scandinavian 31 Bravo, 150 degrees, 5 knots.
Kiarka.
Scandinavian 31 Bravo.
Oh. Only comes out for special occasions.
Flight City Bravo, continue taxi Sierra, taxiway hold short of the Whiskey 2 intersection. Taxi Sierra, front of the Destination number 205 land 206 miles. Right, 205 morning, continue runway 28 left, 15 degrees at 5 knots. Continue contact position 1205.
The difference between the brightness down this end and the gloom down that end, and it's causing the camera no end of trouble.
Safety Bravo Victor contact ground 121.18. Good morning. 118, bye bye from the noise. And Scandinavian 31 Bravo K 05 proceed Sierra. Sierra 5 Sierra, Scandinavian 31 Bravo. Runway 205 1505 off land, runway 28 left, you are cleared land. 211 land, 205. Connecting Bravo taxi on Sierra, hold short whiskey 2 intersection. Sierra, hold short whiskey 2.
Never got that wave. Aer Lingus A320 from Manchester next. Sheila, morning, hope you're well.
Shamrock 6 Alpha hello, continue runway 28 left, 150 degrees at 5 knots.
Continue to left, Shamrock 6 Alpha.
And Scandinavian 31 Bravo on ground, 121 and 18 morning. 118 Scandinavian 31 Bravo, good morning. Shamrock 20505, continue 0. 050, Shamrock 205. Shamrock 6 Alpha, Papa 1505, runway 28 left, clear land.
New handle, been dieting and got rid of the fat. It's only because she's been launching biscuits at people, not eating them. Joke. Obviously, Patricia had Sir Chunky in her username, EIFAT. Strange kind of diet though.
205 on the ground, 121.8.
Using them as weapons instead of snacks. Rebel, poor Helen's had to find a safe house so she's not taken out by a random digestive.
Yeah, so 3 on Foxtrot, hello, you know, way 28 left, 150 degrees at 5 knots. She's Alpha Papa, vacate Sierra 5, continue 0.
Yes, mine right here, Shamrock 6 Alpha.
Helvetic is operating the Swiss flight from Zurich. It's an E2, so it's a Type 2 Helvetic.
Foxtrot, it's 150 degrees at 5, runway 28 left, clear land. Shamrock 6 Alpha Papa on the ground on 121 decimate on my
121 decimate, Shamrock 6 Alpha.
She refused the digestive last night. I wonder why. Depends on the delivery method, I suppose. ATR inbound from Edinburgh, EI Hannah. Those of you that were here on Monday, back to our tranquility of the pillars. I know it's still a road, but much quieter than the spot we were on Monday, road noise wise. We do get occasional traffic going by here, but nothing like the continuous flow of trucks and buses on the other road. ATRs are spoiling us today. Sierra 5 for 2 out of the 3 so far. Rebel, so I have a tarp over the tripod keeping all the equipment dry. The tarp comes out when it's raining, but when it's not windy, otherwise the tripod will take off. This is another one of the XLRs, EIXLV. This came in from Paris.
And runway 28 left to clear land. Clear land, 160.
Aer Lingus 320 from Amsterdam. Wow, Emirates is very early, yeah? Johnny, morning to you.
My 603 going ground is 121 dash in late morning. 128, my 603, thanks, late.
So Emirates 777-300 next from Dubai, 3 minutes out. Ryanair from Newcastle behind that. Lufty from Frankfurt. Ryanair from Kerry as well. No, there was an article done recently, if you search it on Google, Aer Lingus saint names has a full list of the saint names, the aircraft they're assigned to, and the origin behind the saint names. Anyone notice how low the hedges are? Our friend with the hedge killing tractor has been out from the end of this month. They're not allowed to touch the hedges again until June, I think, so they're getting it all done now.
Emirates 161 Heavy, service Tuesday. Emirates 161, hello, there's 150 degrees at 5 knots, runway 28 left, you clear land. Land 2 left, Emirates.
This probably won't work given how far out it is. No. Straight away. Let's see what we can do. Can we do it? No. Look at that. This is our 777 from Dubai. Hedges not allowed to be cut between March and October. There you go. October. Wow.
Good morning, we are fully established LS 2 at left. Minus 79 Hotel Alta morning, continue runway 28 left, 160 degrees at 5. We continue approach to left, vers
I knew it. Waiting behind me. Michael, morning to you.
And it's 79 Hotel, runway 28 left, you can land. Cancel that, runway 28 left, and I'll start now,
Those of you that obviously are members or watch Big Jet, shout out to Jerry this morning. Jerry having heart surgery today, so wishing him a speedy recovery. Nickel Ryanair that would fit inside the engine of that 777. This is from Newcastle.
Lufthansa 3 X-ray Kilo 16085 knots and runway 28 left, you clear left. Clear left, Lufthansa 3 X-ray Kilo. Goodbye, thank you.
Lufthansa next from Frankfurt.
1 Victor Alpha, hello, continue runway 28 left, 160 degrees at 5.
Sorry, Helen. So Big Jet Jerry is having open heart surgery today on a defective valve, I think he said, in his heart. Gonna have him laid up for a little bit. Lufty. Oh, Jerry's op is tomorrow. He's been admitted today. Okay.
Lufthansa 3XA Kilo vacate on Sierra taxiway, counter ground 118, bye-bye. On Sierra taxiway at 218, Lufthansa. Bye-bye. And 1 Victor Alpha, 1705, runway 28 left, clear left. That's 1 Victor.
Derek, morning to you. Ryanair from Kerry next to land. Rod, morning to you.
And 1 Victor Alpha, vacate on Sierra taxiway, counter ground 118, good morning. 118, the Ryanair 1 Victor Alpha.
Brian says we have a 10-minute gap in arrivals now. Gotta love Wednesdays. Huh? ATR departure north side. No, gives you 10 minutes to have coffee and a biscuit, you know? Our next arrival is currently over Bray, 6 minutes out. It's a 321 Neo EILRA coming in from Heathrow. No, on the very rare occasion Dublin is on single runway ops during the day and I'm available, I do be here for it because it's great to see it's so busy. But the current setup, the runways being so far apart, it's almost impossible. There was 2 nights last week due to ATC shortages, or for whatever reason, segregated operations finished early, 7:30 both evenings, which meant they were down to single runway from 7:30 in the evening. But this time of year, unfortunately, too dark at 7:30 in the evening. If that was during the summer, I probably would have come here for it. Have I got biscuits? In there. Declan, the new XLR is EIXLX. That's the one that arrived about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. The last of Aer Lingus has ordered 6 XLRs. So there's 6 or 7 Neos now and 6 XLRs. Lufty 747 over the Irish Sea, but unfortunately I'm not going to see it through the cloud. A lufty 747, and behind it, trailing behind it, is an Atlas Air ghosty 747. Would have been nice to try to get the two of them in the one picture. Clouds. Don't be fooled. Looks all cute, but would murder you and your family. Visibility dropping again. Appears to be rain down that end of the runway. For those that weren't here at the beginning, I'm here till about 1, half 1, then I'm going to have to go. Eric is leaving for work at 11, so I'm not going to leave the dogs on their own for too long. It's not fair on them, especially the elder lad, considering he can't hold himself anymore.
Runway 28 left, cleared land. Cleared land, runway 28 left, 1 kilo. So just for the planning, there's a light bit of drizzle over the airfield, so you'll be landing into rain most probably. Okay, thanks very much.
Airport disappearing down the end of the road. They just disconnect the stream anyway. So the airport is going to be under low vis for most of the day. When I was looking last night, max cloud ceiling for the day is about 800 feet. I think that's changed to maybe 1,000 now, but still, come the afternoon, visibility will drop again, and that's when you do have the potential to see single runway. That's what happened last night.
VFR below 1,500, QNH is 09788 hectopascals, and South M50, report detail complete. There is a roll on above 1,500 feet, QNH 997 south of the M50, and the report complete, cycle 256.
Declan, that's right. From the 26th of February, Aer Lingus will require a passport. Ryanair already do, but Aer Lingus have given some leeway. So there's our visibility levels dropping dramatically.
95, 6 Tango Delta, hello, continue runway 28 left. The wind is 180 degrees at 5 knots.
We may end up having to go manual on this one. This is the 321 from Heathrow. Scary, I was kind of spoiled. My nanny always had the chocolate club milk biscuits or bourbon creams. Hence my current or lifelong addiction to same. Ryanair from Gatwick next. Vegas, welcome back. And instantly, whatever was blocking the other end of the airport, gone.
Tango Delta, Sierra 5 on to Sierra, and contact ground 12-18. Sierra 5 Sierra, 12 left right, Sierra 956 up.
Club, when they had proper thick chocolate, you always got the defective one, that the biscuit was missing down one end of, and it was just a wedge of chocolate, and you thought it was great. Now there's no such thing as chocolate anymore. You can have soy or palm oil. No, thank you. No, the only time you should get ads on my streams is when you first joined them. So if you exited the stream and came back on, that might explain it. But there's no mid-stream ads on this channel. Chat soon, no. No, we'll be here Friday for the rugby charters, which looks like just going to be normal flights now, according to Brian. Yeah, a club milk or a snack bar where they forgot the biscuit in the middle. Yes. Or the same with a Kit Kat, where there's no wafer. Declan way ahead of me on the no wafer Kit Kat. A330 next, EI42 from Cancun. Yeah, ethyl M chocolate sounds like a chemical of some form, yeah?
142, hello, wind is 1805 and runway 28 left, you're on clear land. Yes, then, 7
Declan says, trying to eat a tinfoil wrapped Kit Kat on a hot day, nightmare. Especially, fillings. Do you know the modern day equivalent is Cadbury's cream eggs or caramel eggs? Don't think I've had one of them in years where the gooiness hasn't seeped out and attached itself to the tin foil. So EI42 from Cancun. King, welcome. Thank you very much.
hello, continue runway 28 left, wind is 1705. And 14205, continue Sierra. 142, continue on Sierra, taxiway, contact ground 118, bye-bye. 960-1605, runway 28 left, and you can land. We're not doing that.
Another A330 next from San Fran.
Continue runway 28 left, 16 degrees at 5 knots. Destination 30. Stand by 1. 256. priority routing or request, sir?
Negative, Echo 256.
Okay, just stand by. While you're doing a handover here, and we'll look at the weather. There's some weather moving in and around that area, and I'll get back to you. The next controller will get back to you in a sec, sir.
No problem, Echo 256, thank you.
Adrian, how do?
About 960, vacate Sierra 5, continue Sierra. Yeah, 5, Contact ground 121-18. 20.
My plane next, EIDW from Berlin. Scary. Don't get me started on the bag of air that is Cadbury's mini eggs.
All right, well, the road's actually all right for the moment. So Echo 256, you're through towards Donville, but no further north than the Romeo. Was it 139 or was there?
Hey, firm, yeah, the Romeo 139 there, just kind of the extended centre line of the M50.
Hey, firm, yeah, so Romeo 139er, no further north of that, and just keep it out on the traffic approaching runway 28 left landing.
We'll call Echo 256, so time there, remaining south of the Romeo 139, thanks.
Logan 25 Julia Delta Tower. Hello. Logan 25 Julia Delta Tower, good day, continue the approach, runway 28 left here, number 2, and with this 160 degrees and 3 knots. Continue approach, Logan 2 Julia Delta. And Logan 25 Julia Delta, and also Qatar helicopter will operate just south of the approach path. They will not approach your path there. You're on the ILM, over. But here then, Logan 25 Julia Delta. Roger.
Reverse was closed already. Completely odd socks on this now.
Shower 3 Echo Golf, vacate Sierra 5. Continue with the right turn on Sierra. We'll vacate a contact ground at 1, 2,
Inside this
1,
engine looks like it's off a Condor. Green, white, or white, green and white. And then this one, outer cowl is white.
And Echo 256, are you captured with not about 1,500 feet?
Hey, firm, that's no problem at all, not about 1,500 feet, Echo 256.
Thank you, visual. Logan 25 Julia Delta with 15 knots, runway 28 left and left. Runway 28 left.
in vertical format. If you do click on the channel, it will bring you to the link where the full stream is. We are broadcasting in both formats now. So we're on a vertical feed and horizontal full normal. One prop turned off. They started it just there. Battery was getting low, obviously. Logan Air from Aberdeen. Down to Sierra 5, headphone warning.
Logan, 25 unit Delta, vacate Sierra
Chat
5,
soon, Ruby.
Sierra, vacated, contact ground on 121, that's the place here. Wait, what's Sierra, 121 decimal, moving to 5 GUA, no spec. That's our bring it, there's a 3 Victor, we are about 9 miles down there, that's GUA. Structure 1157 with 16033 knots, probably GUA to the left, to the left. Wait from West, we get Sierra 5, Victor. Not just the dynamic targeting, probably very left, about 10, and then 163 knots.
Pegasus in from Istanbul, and there is an ATR next from Liverpool. Ian, welcome back. Good to see you.
Just shoot down Victor, Sierra 4, right turn on Sierra, contact ground on 121 decimal 8, take care. Sierra 4, right turn Sierra, ground 121 8, 10 still 29 Victor, bye. Good morning, Skyline 32 Fox for the established 7.5 miles to wait left. Skyline 32 Fox Tower, good day. Wind is 150 degrees, 3 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. Clear to land, 28 left, Skyline 32 Fox.
Irish registered SAS next to land. EIDW coming in from Copenhagen. Austrian Wolf, welcome back. Norman, morning to you. Ado, I'm going to be finishing around 1, half 1, like I said. I'm not going to leave El Doggos unattended too long. So, we will be back Friday though, so do not fear. This is our SAS. Unfortunately, the grey skies behind these are causing havoc for the focus. But I'm not going to go manual because then when they get up close it'll be all blurry.
Wind check,
Just have to make do with it.
3 knots. Thanks.
Dublin Tower, good afternoon. Shamrock 65 Whiskey approaching 7 miles, island runway 28 left.
Shamrock 65 Whiskey, Sarah again, continue the approach, runway 28 left to number 2, wind is 150 degrees, 3 knots.
Continue approach, Shamrock 65 Whiskey.
think I don't notice when they're hiding up here, look. But I see him. See him hiding in the middle? Yeah. Sneaking up on no one. Aer Lingus from Frankfurt.
Good morning, Greenstone 71, with you, established 51.
Shelter 5 Whiskey, right turn on 0, contact London 121.8.
Little bit of reverser action from Mel.
Greenstone 71, Papa target 8, which is 173 knots from the 28 left, clear to land.
Okay, master and Greenstone 71.
Mark, Garner, morning. Have I been at the CGI again? Huh? Over there is lovely, look. Just over here isn't. Mark, thank you for 13 months. Brian has binged your bot.
Wind check 170 degrees, 4 knots.
So, ATR in from, sorry, excuse me, an ATR in from Belfast. It's a gemstone, so Emerald UK. So actual call sign is greenstone, not gemstone.
Runner 521 Tango, target 8, continue the approach, runway 28 left and number 2, wind is 170 degrees, 4 knots.
Has to be CGI if both pilots are waving. Who's flying? Who's driving the plane? So the normal Emerald call sign is gemstone, with their ICAO being EAI, and then this is greenstone, ICAO EAG. Is that right? I think.
Papa right turn and contact London 121, that's the way it's on.
01218, Greenstone 71, Papa.
There you go.
Runner
Greenstone.
521 Tango,
G-Reg for the UK.
Probably 28 left, little land. Yes, I'm going to join us in a 5. 2 Tango.
Next arrival, Ryanair Max 8 from Berlin. SAS catching my attention going out the far side.
Tango vacate 05, right turn on 0, when vacated, contact ground on 121, decimal 8, take care.
05 and idle, Sierra 121, decimal 8, Ryanair 521, Tango. Wind Shamrock 4415, could you put it over side of the window?
Shamrock 4415, tower in the morning, wind is 170 degrees, 3 knots, runway 28 left, wind left.
Clear to land, runway 28 left, Shamrock 4415.
Flaps been retracted. Ground spoilers disarmed. EI 105 outbound to JFK. EAV, the last green, 330.
Rescue 17, tower, good day. Hold short of runway 28 left, 1 to land.
Hold short,
Carter, there could be speed brakes too, yeah.
Wind check, 170 degrees, 3 knots.
Aer Lingus inbound from Verona next at A320. Be nice if they left one of them green, wouldn't it? AA Dreamliner just after going out, sorry, missed it.
From runway 16 and to runway 28 left for the inspection. But now deporting at the end. It can take a time, approximately 4 or 5 minutes to the next one.
From runway 16, enter 28 left, listen out, reporting heading at the end, rescue 17.
Shemo 4415, okay, Sierra 5 or 6, right turn on Sierra, contact ground indicator, the 12 on the Midday from.
Yeah, we'll take Sierra 5 further right on Sierra and we'll maintain ground 121 information. 4415, Strongbow.
Flashy light. Emma, welcome back. May says, made it back from the weekly shopping trip. Glad I'm not missing the street. Welcome back, May. Hope you're good. Keane, I am going till 1 or half 1. However, Emirates is a departure on the north side. We've already seen it arrive this side. So our Type 2 Helvetic is next.
Alright, keep 17, make head at Sierra 7, hold it short to 8 left now at all times.
Thanks, Rescue 17, full shuttle, full runways, contact ground again, 12 on that simulator, take care.
Once there's nothing happening this side, we'll turn to get at the partner, no problem.
Target 8, Swiss 477 Lima, Isles, to 8 left.
Swiss 477 Lima, target A, wind is 170 degrees, 3 knots, runway 28 left, way to land.
Runway 28 left, clear to land, Swiss 477 Lima.
So, very slight crosswind, 3 knot crosswind. So this is a Embraer E2, E195 or E295 technically, but it's a 195 E2. So it has the Pratt & Whitney GTF engines. So Wookie. It's operating for Swiss, but it is Helvetic painted. Qatar is on time today, Brian says, due 12:35.
0 degrees and 3 knots.
Peter, welcome. See what I mean about the gloom behind it messing with the focus? Reverser Wookie already.
Right on Sierra, 11.8,
Wookie approved. Dreamweaver, hello. Our next arrival will be a British Airways 320 from Heathrow. Then we have Aer Lingus from Geneva.
Delta Tower, good day. Wind is 190 degrees, 3 knots, runway 28 to the left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 28 left, speedbird 830 Delta.
So, British Airways already cleared to land. Current conditions, absolutely zero hope of being able to see it, I don't think. Not too bad. They've turned their light on now, so that's when things are going to start getting messy, unfortunately. There you go. As soon as they do it. Martin Kelly, morning to you. So, mate, obviously, we've been asking that question. Oh, the possible twofer if I can do it. Possible. There it is. Just about. Mate. When I researched it online, there wasn't too much about it. There was a few people asking questions because they'd been hearing it. And from one person that came on who said they were an engineer, they believed it was harmonic resonance in the combustion chamber when there's a change. Sorry, just listen to ATC. When there's a change in power settings. So that's why we always say when those Wookiees are coming in, we kind of want them to slow down on the Sierra 5 here and then power up again, and that's what seems to create the Wookiee. It's just as they apply the power, that resonance rings through the engine. So you'll notice that any time they slow down and they go to move again, that's when we seem to see or hear that noise. So it kind of adds through that it's a resonance through the combustion chamber. But
Alright, Shot 681, continue the approach, runway 28 left, you're number 2, and wind is 200 degrees, 4 knots.
British Airways from Heathrow. Cleared to land 15 minutes ago.
Paper 830 Delta, vacate Sierra 5, right Sierra. Vacating Sierra 5, right Sierra, speed 830 Delta. Chevron 681, surface wind 200 degrees, 5 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. Turn left, clear to Chevron 681. Speedbird 830 Delta, contact ground 121 decimal 8. 121 decimal 8, speed 830 Delta, thanks for tuning. Yep.
Keane, welcome to the Spotters Club. Thank you very much. Folks, I did put it up in the Discord. Obviously, members have a link to the members Discord in your perks on YouTube. Discord have announced that they're going to either want a scan of your face or a copy of your passport in order to allow you continued access to Discord as an adult. I personally won't be doing that. I don't know about the rest of you. So it's part of their new safeguarding measures that they're trying to protect. Obviously, I have no problem with that, but I personally won't be uploading my boat race or my passport to an unknown entity. They were previously hacked and 70,000 people's documents were exposed, so I'm not doing it. That will probably mean they'll close the Discord group, so we have to decide whether we're going to go back to face cloth or create a WhatsApp community group. There is a poll in the Discord. Wouldn't mind you voting on it, please.
1, take 8, Sierra 5, right Sierra.
Sierra 5, Sierra.
Shamrock 681, contact ground 121, decibel 8.
121, decibel 8. Good morning.
Cian, I imagine if Discord are being forced to do this age verification, so our Telegram isn't too far behind it, I imagine. Now, they say they'll delete your document after you've verified your age. I don't trust that. I'm not doing it. Sorry. Marioline, hello. How is the new spotting area coming on? If not even started is a version of coming on, it's going well. I don't even believe they've assigned a contractor to it yet. We did have a Facebook group prior to the Discord, but some people ruined that for us, so we had to get rid of that. Mark says, that's been ages, yeah. I'll probably have retired from streaming by the time that thing's done. Ryanair from Milan, Aer Lingus from Madrid, Ryanair from Gatwick, and Aer Lingus from Zurich, all in the next 10 minutes or so. And Karka, you wonder why they're trying to age restrict Discord when you're when you're uploading stuff like that, huh? I almost called it something else. We'll all be in wheelchairs by the time the mound is finished. Yeah, it's the truth, isn't it? Sure, come on up and inflict your music on me. So our first to land will be Ryanair from Milan. I'd say within a year or two, hopefully, that mound will be done. At the moment, I don't know whether anyone has been there recently, but obviously there is quite a few parking spaces there, probably enough room for about 15-20 cars. But towards the other end, not on the mound end where we stand, on the other end towards the end of the parking, has been badly flooded now for the last week or so, halving the amount of available parking spaces. So, but once they start, I'd say it's going to take a year, if not more. Where's everyone going to go? I was watching a channel yesterday at the same time on the TV and the phone, and I've noticed on the TV there's still spanners, but on the phone the mods have shields. That's right, too. Again, full credit to YouTube. They recognised Patricia was a risk throwing biscuits, and all the mods were issued with shields the next day.
Surface wind 190 degrees, 7 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Slight build up of the wind now. Tailwind, sort of crosswind, 7 knots. If we get up to around 10, we could see operations flip here to 10s. Let's see what happens. Mark, it happens. Life gets in the way, God knows what happens, and for whatever reason we're distracted. But I think you'll find you always end up coming back to it. Why are you sitting there with a beacon on? There's a form of I don't know, I say this because I've discussed it many times, especially for me. There's a form of relaxation or zen that comes with doing this. You're just kind of focused on the planes, you're not worrying about anything else, you're just making sure you're filming the planes, you're watching the planes, you're enjoying the noises. Kind of distracts you from everything. And I know Adrian and Dean have said the same. When you're here doing this, you're just focused on this, you forget about everything else. Much to the annoyance of my wife, but you know what I mean. Ribbons. Sorry, level of zoom required here is silly. That's why you're getting those little wobbles so far out.
Wind check 190 degrees, 6 knots.
Oh, it's turning for 2.8 operations. It's gone from 170 to 1.9. Wow. So they may stay 2.8s for the day.
Sherlock 34 Juliet, continue approach becoming number 1. Surface wind 190 degrees, 5 knots. Continue Sherlock 34 Juliet.
all talked out before you reach home. Oh.
Ryanair 920 Delta on the ground. 21 Shamrock 34 Juliet, surface wind 190 degrees, 5 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. 28 left, clear to land. 34 Juliet.
Awful difficulty seeing the screen here. There it is. Can already see the heat haze off the Ryanair rising up in front of the Aer Lingus. And then all clear. Going for Sierra 4.
Shamrock 5 Kilo Echo, surface wind 200 degrees, 5 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. Clear land, runway 28 left, Shamrock 5 Kilo Echo. Shamrock 34 Juliet, contact ground 121 decimally.
Aer Lingus from Madrid next. Or completely out of focus picture. Yeah, there you go.
Hello, Ryanair 762, establish on the 7 miles.
Can't win today.
Ryanair 762, continue approach number 2. Surface wind 200 degrees, 5 knots. Continue, Ryanair 762. Shamrock 5 Kilo Echo, vacate Sierra 5, right Sierra, contact ground 121 decimally. Vacate Sierra 5, right Sierra, ground 121 decimally, Shamrock 5 Kilo Echo, vacate.
Mark, yeah, absolutely. I would have been down here with my grandfather and my father in the days long before Flight Radar. The only thing my granda had was what I can only describe as a brick of a scanner. I was that little I could barely lift the thing. But for nostalgia purposes, I still have my granddad's scanner. It takes 6 of those D-cell batteries, the big, massive batteries. And I actually gave it to Will. Kind of passing it down the line kind of thing. But yeah. And every little bit of a wing wobble back then was the pilot waving to me. Didn't matter if it was windy out when it was turbulence, I knew nothing better. They were all waving to me because I was there. Barely visible. I'm so small. But you look.
Right, Sierra. Sierra 5 right on Sierra, Ryanair.
That popping noise you just heard was a car going through that pothole. That did not sound nice.
Ryanair 8762, contact ground 121, decimal 8. Ground on 121, decimal 8, Ryanair 8762. Sunday, kilometer 6 Whiskey, for the summation on this away, less than 1. KLM 63 Whiskey, surface wind 210 degrees, 6 knots, runway 2 left, clear for land. Press land.
No, so the contract with Emirates has been renewed for another 4 years, but they've changed the way it works now. I believe the aircraft isn't going to overnight in Donegal anymore for the early morning flight. I believe that was the biggest contention that's in the news yesterday. But that aircraft that will be doing the Donegal to Dublin run early in the morning is still going to be based here. You can hardly imagine they're going to send it down empty every day. But Kierke, I know I'm the worst for it, especially when you're streaming. I don't need to know where these are coming from. Like, I know a lot of people do want that information, that's why we have the stuff on screen. But I'm just happy watching. You know who else is happy watching? No? Yeah, you moved as soon as I turned to you. I'm just happy watching these land, listening to the noises. I don't need to know where each plane is coming from. I know some people do like that information, and that's fine. But yeah, KLM from Amsterdam. But the whole point of, and I know this, for me anyway, I don't know, some people maybe have a different perspective. The whole point of plane spotting is meant to be relaxing and not worried about anything. Sometimes I do ask myself, does streaming take away my enjoyment from it a little bit? But no, because it actually makes me focus on it more. Yeah. Flight Radar have done very well. They've made themselves almost an integral part of aviation.
Victor Whiskey vacate Sierra 5 and right Sierra.
Sierra 5, right, Sierra Whiskey.
Ryanair 81 Lima Mike with 200 degrees 1 on the runway 28 left, clear to land. Sierra 60 Whiskey, contact ground 121 decimal 8.
Yeah, but the next time you find yourself stressed or wound up or something bothering you, come down to the airport, sit at one of the spots around the airport and just put live ATC on your phone and just sit there and relax. Everyone needs an outlet.
Dublin Tower, good afternoon. Jet Belgium 1997 is fully established RLS runway 28 left.
Jet Belgium 1997, hello. Number
Matt,
2, continue
welcome
approach
back.
210 degrees 4 knots.
Number 2, continue approach Jet Belgium 1997.
Are you familiar with that?
Hey, sir.
That's exactly it, Kiarka. You don't want to get to the point where you're so busy worried about making sure that you're getting the perfect shot or everything is the way it's meant to be, that you don't actually enjoy yourself. When your hobby starts feeling like a job, it's time to stop. Do you know that kind of way? And I know I'm not a perfect camera operator. I know sometimes the pictures aren't great, but I'm still enjoying myself. And that's all that matters.
Primary running line, quick 8, Sierra 5 and right Sierra. Sierra 5, Sierra, 8
Take the Dubjet Express. I nearly sang it, Matt. Oh, you're sneaky.
Jet Belgium 1997.
See, Mark, that's what I'm referring to. I'm talking about one of the dials. I know I called it a scanner, but it was just an airband radio with a giant dial on the front of it.
Primary 20 line, contact band 121.8.
Thank you, mate. It's the days when it's like that, you know? You're like, this is great. We have a Learjet. I'm guessing it's medical because its registration is, ooh, doctor. Like, oh, matron. Except, oh, doctor. Coming in from Innsbruck. Yeah, no. Your card is marked, Matt. Sneakily tried to make me sing on the internet. Here's ooh, doctor. Looks like they're going to get stopped for Sierra 4.
Sierra 4, turn right, Sierra.
Sierra 4 and run on Sierra, Jet Belgium 1997.
Jet Belgium 1997, contact ground clear 121.8, bye-bye.
128, take charge of sea departure, Jet Belgium 1997.
See you later.
Woo. See? Froggy. Now, I do have to connect the cable to the camera, otherwise we're gonna have a blank screen. Bucket list, fly into Innsbruck. As in, like, passenger or fly? You want to be careful saying stuff like that because YouTube's just going to automatically ban you. We won't even have to do it. They're just going to detect ropey chat, Kerka. Larry. Sorry, I'm going to have to turn the camera now just to connect this cable. You can have a look at Dublin bus while I'm over here. Bruce, welcome back. Sheila says, I'm trying to get some kind of a picture of some kind of woodpecker. And Farmer says, it's very hard to photograph.
Return.
Sarah, Rescue 14.
Rescue 14, proceed runway 16, enter runway 28 left, and give me a runway inspection, please. Listen out, and we'll call you to vacate.
Enter 28 left for runway inspection, listen out for complicated Rescue 14.
And then Sheila responds, it hangs out there. Oh, stop giving me ammunition. May says, Qatar on the way. Wonder if we'll get a wave. It is next to arrive. It's a 787-9 Dreamliner. We're back to O Matron again.
Progress, wind 190 degrees, 5 knots.
Continue, Qatar, you want Quebec, Sierra Bay to vacate Sierra 6.
Farm Sierra 5, Sierra 6, Sierra 7, all available.
Thank you.
Peter, you say about me? No, I did say hello. I haven't said anything else. Should I be gossiping about you?
Rescue 4, vacate Sierra 6 and 5,
787
Vacate Sierra 6,
dash
avoid vacated
900.
Rescue 14.
Correct, Adrian, correct. When you want to trigger people, that's how you do it. Struggling so badly, the lights are... No, welcome back.
From runway 28 left.
Tower Rescue 14, vacated, hold short to 8 left, Rescue.
Tower 1, come back, Tuesday, degrees, 6 knots, runway
You're just in time
8 left,
for Sheila trying to grab a picture of whatever's just hanging out there and Farmer giving instructions.
Q14, do you want to do the last little bit there after you land?
Tower Rescue 14, firm, holding short to 8 left on Sierra 6.
Rescue 4, proceed Sierra 7, close for runway 28 left.
See Sierra 7, hold short to 8 left, Rescue 14. Just there right from Sierra 7.
Correct, it is a Dash 9 Dreamliner.
Rescue 1.
Qatar 1 Quebec, contact ground 121.8.
.330 next from Las Vegas. Nil by wave. Tractor. ERB, chat soon. May says beautiful. Shame about the miserable pilots. Again, we seem to see the last day side on, they have no problem. But it's when they're nose on with us that they don't tend to wave, whatever is going on. I think this is about 40 minutes early from Las Vegas. Sorry. Idle reverse, no power.
Sierra 5, right, Sierra.
Sierra 5, right, Sierra.
Carl says they're just being mean. Yeah.
Good morning.
Renegade 720, hello, with 190 degrees, 6 knots, runway, straight left and 30 knots. How much time I'm running to the ground, I want to go that way.
Air Force 2 coming from northeast, heading southwest. I believe US VP was in Azerbaijan and Armenia, wasn't he? Got double waves that time. Yellow socks from Barcelona in the background. 330 gone out the other side. Sorry.
Swelling 850, vacate Sierra 5 and right Sierra.
Sierra 5 and right on Sierra, warning 8720.
What's the name today? Ich bin Wollinger.
Contact the ground 121.8.
121 this one, I think, warning 8722.
Carol, welcome to the Spotters Club. Adrian Bing Jarbong. I can hear it, but I can't see it, unfortunately. AF2, you can hear it directly overhead. It's just zero viz. It's not on its own. That noise is something else with it. Although they wouldn't be allowed, would they? Shredderhead, welcome. AF2 flies Baku, Azerbaijan, 3 minutes ahead from SAM 915.
Hello, wind 190 degrees, 5 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, straight.
So that normally descends into Shannon. Is Shannon getting Air Force 2? They are descending. Shannon's getting Air Force 2. Air Force 2 currently approaching Clane, but now descending down to 26,000 feet, so they're going to refuel in Shannon. Meanwhile, we have an Aer Lingus from Budapest on approach this side. Well, no, you would be correct because it wouldn't be Air Force 2 otherwise. They are only assigned those call signs when the VIP is on board. So AF1 is only AF1 when the president is on board. and it doesn't matter what aircraft it is. It doesn't even have to be one of the 747s. Whatever aircraft he's on board is classed as Air Force One, unless it's one of the small biz jets, and then it becomes Executive One. Isn't that right? Would have been nice actually to see them refuel here.
Continue approaching to 190 degrees 5 knots.
We did have last year one of the C-40s, the US military 737s, C-40 Clippers, refuel here. Aer Lingus from Budapest. And correct, Marine 1 is the heli. So for the World Economic Forum there a couple of weeks ago, they did depart in the 747 Air Force One, and they had to turn around. They had an electronics problem, and they changed to one of the 757 variants, and that became Air Force One. Oh, Patricia, exactly that. Couldn't care who was on it, it'd be just nice to see it. Obviously, during the Biden visit, I was up close here at the airport with Air Force One, the 747, and two of the 757s. So basically, you had Air Force One for Biden and all the top ups, and then you had Air Force, was VP here as well, I believe. I don't know, but then they have like a media press pool that get flown on one of them 757s, following the president everywhere as well, or the vice president. It's kind of crazy. That's why you saw their VP AF2 being followed by SAM. I think it's Special Air Mission. That's usually the press pool. Dimitri, welcome. You used to be our favourite when you were green. Now they painted you. Ryanair from Copenhagen next. Bernard, how do you...
99197, continue. The wind is 170 degrees, 3 knots.
There was a lot of heavy lift aircraft accompanying that VP visit in Azerbaijan. I think there was 7 or 8 C-17s carrying motorcade and equipment and all sorts of stuff with them. They don't when they do visits like that to foreign soil, they don't even rely on local fuel. They fill up fuel trucks in the US and transport them over themselves.
Ryanair 9197, surface wind is 170 degrees, 3 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. To land on the Ryanair 9197.
Again, Sam 915 just passing north of me here, but unfortunately there's no gap in the cloud to even attempt to get it.
170 degrees, 4 knots.
Yep, sorry. Moving this one.
Air 3 Whiskey, the wind is 160 degrees, 4 knots, runway at 28 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Didn't miss it. Dash 8 from Luxembourg. Hopefully down to Sierra 5, they usually are. Nice bit of noise. Don't do it. Come on. Keep coming. There we go.
Air 3 Whiskey vacate on Sierra 5, turn right on Sierra.
Sierra 5, then right on Sierra Alex.
Air 3 Whiskey, contact ground on 121.8.
118,
Ryanair 51 X-ray, Victor, the surface wind is 140 degrees at 4 knots, runway 28 left,
Shredderhead, no. They don't. They take whatever one they're given on the rotation. And I imagine I imagine it's like cars. I imagine they give out about some handling like a dog or little niggles that are annoying them for whatever plane they're on for the day. We're going to see engine shutdown. We normally see them shut down one engine on taxi. Doesn't look like it today, though.
Jetstone 530, the surface wind is 140 degrees 4 knots, runway 28 left, departure to land.
3 left, clear to land, Jetstone 530. Ryanair Bravo, we are 6.5 miles, final to the left, and we have speed 165 until 40.
Ryanair 299 Bravo, continue wind 130 degrees 4 knots.
Carol, thank you for being here. We chat to you soon. Circumference next. EI Fat in from Edinburgh. Alistair, welcome back. Ryanair from Malaga is behind that.
Channel 6 November Lima, established 6.5 miles to left.
Channel 6 November Lima, continue, the wind is 130 degrees 4 knots.
Aer Lingus from Vienna next.
Sterling 1 Golf X-ray, continue, surface wind 140 degrees 4 knots.
Then we have another yellow socks behind that from Paris.
November Lima, turn right onto Sierra and contact the ground, 121 decimal 8.
Right, Sierra, 118, I not tailwind there, is final, shall thank you.
That's contact you. Sterling 1 Golf X-ray, surface wind 140 degrees 4 knots, and runway 28 left, clear to land.
Yes, left way,
Give you Atlantic traffic report 8 knots, tailwind on final. Sterling 1 Golf X-ray, turn right Sierra ground 1218.
Right, on Sierra 1218, I will confirm 8 knots on final.
Thanks very much. 965 Sierra Charlie, surface wind 130 degrees and 5 knots, and runway 28 left, clear to land. Reports of 8 knots, tailwind on final.
Midday, Sherman 5 Whiskey Golf, ILS 2LF. Sherman 5 Whiskey Golf, continue approach, becoming number 1, surface wind 140 degrees, 4 knots. New approach, Sherman 5 Whiskey Golf.
We got Craney McCrane face.
Can't
complain.
Sherman 5 Whiskey Golf, surface wind 140 degrees, 4 knots, runway 1, correction runway 2 left, clear to land. 2 left, clear to land, Sherman 5 Whiskey Golf.
Shamrock 5 with the Golf to GH 976. 976.
Sarah Jade, welcome back. Aer Lingus from Barcelona next.
Whiskey Golf, vacate 05, taxi right Sierra. 05, right on Sierra, Shamrock 5 Whiskey Golf. Ryanair, Ryanair 7 Tiger Charlie, surface wind 140 degrees, 4 knots, proceed to the left, clear to left,
new engine for EDS. That's the one that 2-3 weeks ago shredded itself and had to squawk emergency and come back.
Shamrock 43 Romeo, continue approach becoming number 1, surface wind 140 degrees, 4 knots. Continue, Shamrock 43 Romeo.
Sarah Jane asking Kjarka, is he going to live stream his pecker? What? Ryanair from Manchester. Dave Flynn. Hello.
Yeah, 5 right together right now. Shamrock 43 Romeo, surface wind 140 degrees, 4 knots, runway 28 left, clear to left. Ryanair 7 Tiger Charlie, contact ground, 121, dead police. Ground police.
Aer Lingus from Milan, next to land. Oh. Have you thought of a name for the channel yet, Karka? Like Only Wood or something like that?
Today, Gemstone 23 Charlie, fully established, 28 left, number 160 to 5. Gemstone 23 Charlie, continue approach, number 1, surface wind 140 degrees, 4 knots.
What you're hearing overhead is an Aero Mexico Dreamliner, I believe.
Shamrock 43 Romeo, vacate Sierra 5, right Sierra. Sierra 5, right turn Sierra, Shamrock 43 Romeo.
Voodoo, welcome.
Shamrock 43 Romeo, contact ground, 121, decimal 8. 11, that's 181, 43 Romeo, good day.
ATR from Glasgow will be the next arrival.
Ryanair 71 Romeo Juliet, continue approach, becoming number 1, surface wind 160 degrees, 4 knots. Continue approach, Ryanair 71 Romeo Juliet.
Jay, welcome back. So, Forever Life departures are on the opposite side of the airport. During the daytime, Dublin operates segregated runways, one for arrival, one for departure.
Very good. I'm going to see Shamrock 159, establish on left, 2 left at 5 miles. Shamrock 159, surface wind 170 degrees, 4 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. And 2 left, Shamrock 159.
A320neo Aer Lingus from Heathrow will be the next arrival. I'm being stalked again. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Voodoo, I think we've had all our heavy arrivals. The next one isn't until, I believe, 2:30. One of the A330s due in from Malaga. Actually, if I could have, I would have started earlier today, except for the fact that I was working last night and I had to make some attempt to actually sleep. Heathrow landing.
Hello, Shamrock 4 Tango Hotel. Shamrock 4 Tango Hotel, continue approach becoming number 1. Surface wind 140 degrees, 4 knots. Continue Shamrock 4 Tango Hotel.
Mate, that's what we're here for.
Shamrock 159, vacate 05, right Sierra, contact ground 121, decimal 8. 5 right Sierra, 129, show all block on, thank you.
Ryanair 4 Tango Hotel, surface wind 140 degrees, 4 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. And land 28 left, Shamrock.
That was the departure shot, was one of the XLRs, EIXLV, off to Toronto. And our next arrival is a Ryanair, I believe. No, sorry. EIDWL from Rome, Aer Lingus.
Hotel, vacate 05, right Sierra. 05, right Sierra, Shamrock. Shamrock 4 Tango Hotel, 6 and 318 Lima, contact ground 121 and delete. 29 Lima, 29 Shamrock.
Robert says, greetings to my daughter Cecilia in Nice.
Tower Ryanair 17 very cool and low ILS
330 was off to Miami.
Wind 160 degrees, 4 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land.
So we have Emirates pushed back, will be departing north side. We'll probably call it a day then. I'm going to have to go home to El Dogos. We will be back Friday. I won't have any time constraints Friday, so we'll see what's happening with planned arrivals for rugby. Patricia, you are most welcome. We might have to reassess the Wednesday streams for the time being. I don't know, obviously during the winter schedule, it's much quieter on Wednesdays. Like Wednesday was a... Could always move it to Tuesday. Tuesday was busy. We shall see. Ryanair from Madrid on approach. Forever Life, you're most welcome. Oh, he has stopped eating the furniture, thank God, yeah. Now, that's not saying we trust him. So every time we leave now, we barricade off the furniture with the old cages that he also ate. But at least he can't get at the chairs. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, it's been a while. I've just done that, haven't I? I have. Farmer, what have you done? Gonna go home now to him living in the middle of the couch again. I made a nest. Yeah.
Thunder 17 November Echo, taxi right Sierra, contact ground 121, decimal 8. Right to 121.
And Sheila has just found the name of Carcass Channel.
Surface wind 150 degrees, 4 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Michaela, you're most welcome. Liberator, how do? Sarah Jane, my mother years ago had a dog that used to chew anything you left around, skirting boards, kitchen table. The dog actually chewed the leg off the kitchen table while it was lying under it. But that spray that you put on stuff, anti-chew spray, made him chew things more. So EK 162 is on taxi to the north runway. We'll hopefully get that departing. Inbound is a ATR from Manchester. And a truck. Thanks, Dave. Dave and ERB, always one of the first or second likes in quickly on the stream as soon as they're scheduled. Much appreciated. Son's dog chewed a lamp cable, never chewed again. I wonder why. He saw the light. That's not mentioned on the bottle. Yeah, some dogs may chew more. Yeah. This is our ATR from Manchester. Ooh, looks like we're going to possibly get another Sierra 5 for the ATR. They've nearly all been down here today, is great. No, got it stopped. For those not familiar, Dub Pup, he's 2 now. Oh, yep, Sierra 5, He's over 2 now. He was 2 in October. But when he was younger, I got home after a stream one day and he had tunnelled through the middle of the couch and there was springs and foam everywhere when I got home, and he decided that he lived there now in the middle of the chair that he dug a hole in. The dog ate the George Foreman. I wouldn't mind if it was one of the kids doing that level of damage to your house, you'd kill them. But it's a dog and it's all like you come home and they make this little sad face. Well, you left me on my own. You can make the same face when you leave them on the side of the road.
Ryanair on the uniform, surface wind 150 degrees, 4 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Son's German Shepherd is a chewer. He chewed through their Hoover cable and some other things. Yeah. Now, I have bought, the dog has more teddies, squeaky toys, than my children ever did. And a couple of those extreme chewer Nyla bones, and that seems to have helped a little bit. It's the eyes and the waggy tail. Exactly, yeah. Don't see me kids running up the hall peeing themselves with excitement when I come home. You can't stay mad at dogs. Friends Lab ate a box of 64 crayons. My husky, and chocolate apparently is highly toxic to dogs. It just shows you there's no chocolate in it. My husky ate one of a full-size airport Toblerone. There wasn't a bother on him. We actually ended up moving one of the small little webcams we have at home into the kitchen to see, and when we were going out he was jumping up onto the counters and walking the counters looking for stuff. Boxer and the Technicolor Dream Poo. Yep. Would I not be slightly worried if the kids done that? Yeah. Be nice to see the appreciation once, like. And then laugh at them.
Before enter runway 28 left, so be in 2 sections, so vacate 04 at first.
Triangular shaped poo.
Shamrock 643, continue approach.
I should have went with, he had his ups and his downs after that, but no.
100 degrees, 4 knots. Continue approach number 1. Ryanair Alpha uniform, taxi, right, Sierra, contact ground.
Right, Emirates EK162 lining up north side. That will be our last plane. A big thank you to everyone that's been here with me today. Much appreciated. If you haven't already, do hit the like button. I will be back Friday. We'll see what time. I'll see how busy it's going to be and plan accordingly. I would love if we're staying on 2/8s, but I don't think we will. I think we're back to Easterlies by Friday, so we'll be on 10 ops. Emirates rolling. EK 162 777 to Dubai. Eventually. Let's enjoy this hedging first though.
Tower Champs on 31 Mike, 3.5 miles to Gemstone 31 Mike, continue your approach cabin number 1, surface wind 200 degrees, 3 knots, reduced final approach speed. Final approach speed, Champs on 31 Mike. Gemstone 31 Mike, plan to vacate 05. Sherlock 643, vacate 05, right.
Mods, as always, thank you for your time. Again, if you are in the Spotters Club already on Discord, please throw a vote on that poll, see which one you want, and we'll go from there.
Gemstone 31 Mike, surface wind 190 degrees, 4 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. Sherlock 643, contact ground 121, that's delayed. 21 agents.
It'll take 80 hours at Sierra 5 all day long to finish.
Should be up now. Gemstone 31 Mike, taxi right, Sierra, contact ground 121, that's delayed.
So folks, see ya Friday.
Rescue 4, Roger, thanks. Hold short, runway 2 left, contact ground 121, that's delayed. Sherlock 95, surface wind 200 degrees, 5 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Clear land to the left.
Helen, bye-bye.